Okay, so finished the radio equipment. Now we're back to the wing. We're gonna glue these parts, two parts together here. Okay. Now, man, there's no templates or nothing. So I'm gonna make some wooden skewers and use them. I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna make some planks, about this thick, and then I'll have them like one here and one here to go through. But I gotta be careful because I gotta cut holes in there for radio equipment. And I don't want the wood really interfering, but I want something to hold it together while I'm gluing it. So I'll glue some skewer sticks in there as guides. Tell me how to do it in half. So I'll get that set up and be right back. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just cut some holes here where the hole is. Stick the stick in. One more way down here. Right, that spot. Get them in there. Go. Now, I'm just going to set them in. Oh, you probably can't see me over here, can you? Oh, hey. Just going to set them in here. Take it back out. I've got CA glue in there. Okay. I'm just to stay straight. Okay, I'm going to put that one in. How's that? And this last one here. A bit of glue. Stick it back in there. That'll make a good guide. Okay, so it's just the two left in, and they're glued in place. I'm going to find a kicker. And apply a little bit of kicker. Make sure they set up really hard. Okay, now when they set up, I'm going to mark them on the other side there. I'm setting this here. Right? You guys can see that. Okay. So I'm going to mark that on here with a pen, and then I'm going to cut a hole for it, or maybe not. Yeah. Just guesstimates. I have to allow for a little bit for the sticks to fit in. But I'll fit that and right back. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's joined just about perfect with those sticks now in those slots. So what I'm going to do is take it apart. Now put sealed glue on one side and kicker on the other side, and then we'll fit it back together. Well, I hope I keep this in video. This side, I'm going to spray the kicker on. Okay? You got a good covering of kicker on that piece. Over this side, I'm going to put CA glue. And it's a medium, let's say, it's a medium gap filling CA. And I'm going quite liberal, to tell you the truth. I believe I have a skewer stick here I can use to spread it out. Okay, so got it completely covered. Now, before it kicks, get that stick in there, that stick in there, get these two pieces together. Okay, so they are together. Now I'm going to hold it up this way here. I'm going to put no pressure on this angle. Funny joint here. Wow. There's a lot of glue kicking. It is. I need a paper towel. It's burning my eyes. Holy moly, people. Okay. Wow. Oh, yes. I believe it is set. Oh, yes. Okay. So, well, that was real time, you guys. That happened quick, eh? Okay. And you can see a little bit of a gap here. I'm going to attack it with CA glue. Okay. I'm going to squeeze this together just a little bit here. Yes. The blowing, I should have some kicker. But I sprayed lots of kicker on it. Let's see. You see that a little bit? A little mist in there. A kicker. Okay. There we go, you guys. Oh! Okay. That medium right in the front. How do we think, eh? There we go. Wow, I got a bit on my hand. There's the wing. One piece. Can you see? Lift back up. Damn big wing. Really is. So I'll sit you guys back here. Oops, gotta look up a bit. There, eh? What do we think? Is that pretty good? Okay. So, here we go. We glued it together. Okay, so now, remember, most of this stuff I'm doing on the top, like my servo mounting and all this, they recommend you do on the bottom. But, I don't know, I crash airplanes. I'm going to belly down this. Wow, is that ever hot? Oh, there's a lot of CA still kicking there, guys. That's just, I can feel the heat with my hand on that. I'll rough it up, sand that off. But now they say here to cut for the battery and the receiver and stuff. Well, I want to add these to the tips, and we're going to start a major radio installation because I've got all my transmitter, my onboard computer, and I have to decide the holes here. I think I'm going to go with these I got the Turnigy 5000 milliamp, and they're a 40C battery. It's a 40C discharge series. So instead of one of these, I'm going to have two mounted somewhere in here. And that's all going to depend too, because I've got to mount my tips yet. Okay, and on one side, which is a little bit heavy, I'm going to have video transmitter coming off the tip of the wing here. Okay? And on the other side will be my 72 megahertz receiver. But again, at my motor and up in the center, I'm going to have to find a place for the autopilot. I'm going to need locations for this here sensor, which I think goes right up here somewhere. And the wires back to the computer. And this one here, the horizontal one, it's not long enough, but it's going to have to go straight up and down somewhere. Right? Okay. And I don't know what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know where I'm going to put that. I got to mount a camera on here. It'll be mounted right up in the front here on the airplane. I'm going to hard mount that. Okay, then darn, I need to mount the programming tab. My GPS antenna within reach. My voltage regulator, that has to go to my batteries. I have to go to this. So my voltage regulator batteries. Oh, what else is there we need? I believe I need a longer one of this made. Nope. Need a plug-in for that. That's what I need. Okay, so I gotta make an extension of this wire here for the camera for my video. Right, and then the rest of the wires over there are just for my receivers and stuff, I guess. Holy moly, we start to get heavy with all these wires on board. Okay, there's this one here. And then these wires. Maybe GPS antenna will be on this one. These wires here will go to here. And then they're going to go to this simple 72 megahertz receiver, and that wire comes out that side. Okay, so yeah, and I've got to get it all to bounce on a CG of, what do they say, 300 to 300 millimeters back from the leading edge. Somewhere in here. That shouldn't be that hard. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a single point and hang it, because I have to get my ends. I got a lot of weight going on one wingtip here. Okay, with this 1,000 milliwatt. So I can do that by just like sliding the battery on that side a little further over, and that will probably make it so that I can counterbalance the weights. But yeah, I gotta do a little thinking here, and I gotta go there. The servos have to come to this with extensions, because this is a mixer, a mechanical onboard mixer. Okay, so that's about the layout. I'm not too sure about the computer going here, but I think this computer will go right on this side, because most of the stuff, if I have the number pad over here and everything else, should work just fine. I'm hoping I can get the position of these things on here right. I think this is going to have to go just, man, I don't know. You see, they say you need sort of clear view, right? And this here arrow says that it has to go forward. So if I put it even, oh man, the wire comes out the front. Maybe I have to put it back on top of the motor somewhere here. So the back two can see behind the pins. I have to figure this one out. This one goes up and down. I know that's not going to be overly big of a deal. I could just cut a hole somewhere and have it mounted in the top and the bottom somewhere. Interesting. But we'll have to get that figured out. Yes, we will. So I gotta lay that out, cut the holes, and mount the stuff. It's not a big deal. But in the meantime, I do have to get this motor mounted on here. I hope that's far enough back. I do want to run a pretty big prop on this. I might have to go back just a little bit more than the stock one was. Where was the stock one? It wasn't that far back. I have to adjust this stuff. Hello. Okay. Start breaking stuff before we ever start building it. I tell ya. Okay, so everyone gets a rough idea here what these are gonna go like. I still got solder ends on my batteries. I'll come down the road. I had a choice between that and these zippies. Now the zippies are also a 40C, 5000 milliamp. I mean, we're running a 14 volt, 5000 milliamp pack in this plane. So the zippies I could do too. Anyways, I'll get the motor mounted, and we gotta consider getting the computer all on board. But I want to put these ends on. I don't know if you guys see what I'm talking about here. These wing tips. Not right now. It's gonna make it harder to move this thing around, but I do believe that this infrared sensor has to see those 4 directions without anything in its way, and that's going to be in its way. So we'll have to have a peek at that and see how if I can figure out where I can put this sensor. The camera, I know I have to put the camera up top front, but it was forward with the wire. Okay, we'll have to give that a try. And still I solder up this here part. That's the sensor for the battery. Oh, but hang on. Oh no. And if I can't forget the ESC. There's an ESC over on this side somewhere, I guess. Yeah. Away from the onboard computer and video on this side, ESC and transmitter equipment on that side. That's how we're going to build it. Well, take a break. I'll be back. I'll think about the placement of all this stuff. Maybe you guys can leave a message. I'll upload this. If you have any ideas, let me know.